Welcome to the Get Well With Me podcast. I'm your host, Adrienne of adrienneheart.com. I love you no matter what you eat, and our philosophy here is excellence, not perfection. Together, we explore the healing benefits of a mostly plant-based lifestyle while embracing the idea that happiness is homemade and our life is only as good as our mindset. Please subscribe to this channel on iTunes, Google Play, Castbox, YouTube, or your favorite listening app. So let's get into the episode. Hello, beautiful people. I just want to acknowledge you that you are tuning in right now because that means that you have an interest in investing in yourself, in your mindset, in your body, and in your life. So I want to acknowledge you for just taking time out to tune into some content that can help you to, see things through a fresh perspective or through a different lens. And I'm going to get right into it. What does it mean to treat your body like you live there? Treat your body like you live there. So that's tagline that I use in some of my content. And I don't know if it has the meaning for people that view it that it does for me. So I want to just go ahead and share this example. Have you ever had a goldfish in a bowl? Or have you ever had a fish tank? You know that in order to have a healthy fish, there's a lot of chemistry that goes on in the fish tank, and the chemistry has to be just right in order for the aquarium and the living creatures in it to be healthy. So imagine the fish tank's filter gets clogged up. It's only a matter of time until a lot of things go wrong and until it's not even a sustainable place for life or for the type of life that is supposed to be there. Maybe a possibility of an overgrowth of some other type of a life, but not your precious pet fishy. So our fish tank, we want to make sure it's in a good environment. We don't want to leave it outside in the cold where it's going to freeze, and we don't want to put it in the direct sun where it's maybe could boil up the fishies. So that's important. And we don't want to have a clogged filter because the waste will soon take over. So what does that look like in your own body? And maybe you don't like to think of yourself as a fish in a bowl, but the truth is you are an individual consciousness, an essence, a soul, so to speak. You can call it whatever you would like, but let's just say your essence of who you are, even deeper than just your identity of who people think you are and who you think you are, but who you really are is currently being housed inside of this body, this incredible vehicle that you don't have to remember for your heart to beat. You don't have to remember for your lungs to breathe. You don't have to remind your fingernails to grow or for your liver to clean your blood. We're inside of this internal environment. So the essence of who we are is in this body for right now. And I don't know where you are on your path, but for me, I believe that when my body wears out and it can no longer contain me any longer, then I move on into eternity. And I do look forward to eternity, but I want to make the most of what I have here now. And I want to make the most of the relationships that I have so that the people who I love know that I love them. The people who I want to empower know that that is my priority. The people that I care about, I want them to know that I care. And it's really hard to do that when my fish tank is all foggy and it's all clouded with toxins and waste. It's a miracle what a new filter can do, right? It's a miracle what the right environment can do, and how we can heal when we are when we're able to eliminate all of the trash, all of the trash that is inevitably inside of us. Even if we lived perfectly, we're still exposed to thousands, tens, 20, many thousands of chemicals and endotoxins, things that are coming from outside, that are coming from our environment, going into our body. And so we need to make sure that our elimination system is doing its job so we can have that healthy fish tank effect. Yeah, we want to feed the fish the right food, right? Obviously, that equates to we want to have the right nutrition, but let's just not even go into nutrition because we could talk about food all day, every day, because we eat. It's what we do. We're humans. We love to eat, and food is frequently on our mind. But we're going to go on to just a totally different subject here. So we want to have a healthy fish tank or fish bowl, so to speak, and a great way to do that is to make sure that our elimination processes are flowing and functioning. So we have two of them. We have our normal digestion and waste elimination that we're familiar with. And then we also have our lymphatic system. Both are super important. If you're constipated, you're toxic. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but that's just like what happens when your kitchen sink gets clogged up, like nasty. What happens if you can't flush the toilet? Nasty. Okay. It's only a matter of time until this waste gets into places that it's not supposed to be. And then that can lead to different things, cancer being one of them. If the overflow of the waste of our body is contaminating everything, it contaminates our mind, our thinking, our cells, our systems. It's not like, I have a headache, I can just put my head over on a shelf and disconnect it from my body. Every single thing is connected. If you have a rotten tooth, that means you have an infection running through every system of your body. So everything is connected. And anyway, getting back to our two elimination systems, we have our regular elimination, but we also have our lymphatic system. Our lymphatic system takes out the trash. Okay, we have twice as much lymph fluid in our body than we do blood. And our blood's always going to stay the same. Like by the time you see something on your lab work that's messed up with your blood, you are already very sick, or maybe even nearly dead, because our blood is a homeostatic fluid. So everything better look normal when you look at the blood. Now, the lymph fluid, that's the wild card, right? So we need to keep this lymph fluid moving and flowing. And it's just like if we had a fish tank that had a filter and a pump, but the pump wasn't plugged in. And there's a clean filter, but there's nothing to pump the water into the filter. So that's our lymph system. Our lymph system doesn't actually have a pump like our heart pumps our blood. Our lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. We are the pump. So what we need to do to move our lymphatic system is to walk, move around, exercise a little. I'm not here to tell you to do like a big old go to the gym 5 days a week type of a thing. I'm saying wake up, shake it out, do a couple jumping jacks. Trampolining, what do you call it? Rebounding, those little tiny trampolines, and you jump up and down, that gets the lymph going. You ever see those Vibrage machines, and they're supposed to eliminate cellulite and help you burn fat? The reason that they actually do work is because nothing works in a stagnant pond. But when you can shake it up, it all starts working again. And when you get those toxins out of your body, it's a lot easier to eliminate fat that is no longer needed, and your skin is more clear. Everything works when you get your lymph flowing. Have you ever felt like you were going to get sick and you can just feel it in your throat and it's like tender and you say, oh, I have swollen glands? Well, you may already know this, but you have those glands in different sizes all throughout your entire body, and they are essentially part of your lymphatic system, and we need to keep that clean. We need to keep that moving. We have to keep it all moving. So some great ideas to move your lymph system. Like I said, maybe a little bit of walking, jogging, jumping up and down, few jumping jacks, jump rope, just shake it out, dance, wiggle a little bit, whatever it takes just to move your body enough to get that pump going. So that's really important. And treating your body like you live there means that you decide, I'm going to move. I don't feel like exercising, but I'm going to get up. I'm going to shake it out. I'm going to take a little walk. I'm going to do 10 jumping jacks. I'm going to do something to activate the pump, right? To get it all moving again. So that is tremendous. Obviously, we don't want to have a fish tank that doesn't have enough water in it, right? It doesn't take long until that starts to evaporate, and it needs to be continuously replenished. So we want to make sure that we're super hydrated on a cellular level. So not just, drinking water sometimes, but really mineralizing that water, a little bit of sea salt, maybe a little bit of lemon, or getting a fruit and vegetable blend, or the a greens powder, kind of like the shortcut to juicing. These are the kinds of things that really get into your cells and make you feel better. When you are dehydrated, you don't feel good. I don't even have to tell you that. You already know. You feel like you're dying if you're dehydrated, and you can't think about anything else except for getting a sip of water. Or if you've ever really been thirsty out in the sun, or not even in the sun, but that really intensifies things. Man, what a feeling. We can actually live for weeks and months without food, but we can't, I don't know. I don't think we can make it even a couple of days without water. I'm getting thirsty just thinking about this. So we want to get hydrated, and we want to get moving, and we want to get our elimination going. So all kinds of elimination, including making sure that we're not constipated, making sure that we're going a couple times a day, and that everything that we're eating is being eliminated. And this is a little gross, but give yourself the corn test, okay? Have some corn and just see how long. If this corn is staying in your body for more than 12 or God forbid 24 hours, let me tell you, you could probably, by just doing intestinal cleanse or consuming enough fiber to clean out the decomposing food in your guts, you could let go of weight that you didn't even know was in there. You didn't even know that something that you ate months ago is just decomposing inside of your body. And just imagine what that would do to your fish tank if something was rotten and not cleaned out of this fish tank, right? So I know I'm going hard with the fish tank analogy, but it really makes a good point that this is where we have to live, and whether you love your body or not, I challenge you right now to just appreciate it and just say thank you. Thank you, my body, for putting up with the trash that I put into it on a regular basis. And me, I try so hard to live my life with health and wellness, but there are plenty of times where I put non-justifiable foods and beverages into my body. And I can't just sit there and be like, this is healthy right now. No, if I'm going to choose to drink a soda, which I don't know that would happen, but let's say I was going to choose to drink a soda, I'm not going to lie to myself and say that it's healthy. If anything, I realize I'm going to have to overcompensate and support my body so that it can filter out the phosphoric acid in high doses, and the sodium benzoate, and the cancer-causing caramel color, and the absurd amount of, trash sweetener. So yeah, we need to just be mindful of it and just honest with ourselves and just have gratitude. Thank you, body, for not giving up on me. Thank you, body, for, being beat up. Do we even speak nicely? Do we even speak nicely about this universe that we live inside of? Seriously, everything that has to go on inside of our body for us to be alive and to thrive is tremendous. And yet we put in the worst fuel We don't give it enough rest. We don't let it recharge. We expose it to extreme conditions. We expose it to chronic stress. I mean, we're in a time of chronic stress. It does not end. So we are just exacerbating our resources. And what I challenge you to do today is just be thankful that you even have a body that even works, that you even have ears that hear and eyes that see and a heart that beats, and just say thank you. Thank you, body, for not giving up. Thank you that you keep going even when I tell you that you're a piece of shit. Thank you that you keep going even when I tell you that you're ugly. Thank you that you keep going even when I tell you that you're not good enough. Thank you that you keep going when I don't respect you. Thank you that you just keep going. Yes, how amazing is that? So do something nice for your body today and clean the water in your fish tank. Make sure that you're putting in just something that is going to support your system. Make sure that your fish tank pump is plugged in. That means move the body. Shake it up. Get up right now if you want. Wiggle it out. Shake it out. Stretch it out. Do something. I'd like to do an episode later on dry brushing. Dry brushing is tremendous for moving the lymph system, and it's something that I do almost every day, and it's easy. But we don't have to talk about that at this moment. So clean your filters in your fish tanks. What are your filters? Your filters are your kidneys. Your filters are your liver. So support them. Do what it takes to support them and love them. Don't have to be perfect, but if you're really feeling bad, if you're not well right now, you might have to do something, radical for a short period of time until you get back into equilibrium, until you get back into balance, until the water is again clear in your fish tank. And then, maybe we can have a little fun, get off track here and there and not do too much damage. So, all right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope that when you wake up in the morning, you'll think about what can I do to treat my body like I live there and to show it that I appreciate it. So start with hydration and shaking it out, and we will take it from there. Okay, until next time, guys, be well. Lots of love. Before I go, I just want to say thank you for spending your time with me. As we change into a healthier version of ourselves, we can feel a sense of loss of our old identity, and fear that the people we surround ourselves with will reject us for changing. It can feel lonely and frustrating, like no one understands. When I started getting healthy, I wasn't getting much support from friends and family, so I started looking online. I came across so many radical, all or nothing approaches. I felt judged, alone, and even ashamed. If you can relate to this overwhelm and you like the idea of striving for excellence, not perfection, then you have found a safe place with this podcast. If this message speaks to you and you feel it could encourage someone you know, please share it with them. Remember to hit subscribe, and until next time, be well, because living healthy doesn't have to be hard, and we don't have to do it alone. I'll see you on the next one. In the meantime, shine brightly.